Greetings, Grasshoppers. Welcome. Welcome to Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Let's all just go buy stuff on the computer week. This is your host, RJ Redden. And today, what's in your inbox? What is in your inbox right now? Today, we're going to look at engagement marketing from the opposite side. I'm always looking at it from the perspective of what can you do? What can you do with the tools that you have available? Sometimes some tools that I recommend. How do you hop on this engagement marketing bus because it's fabulous? But today we're going to look at it from the other side. How do you feel when you look at your inbox, especially right now? The world has a sale happening right now. And they've all let you know about it, whether you want to know or not, whether you need the product or not. So today we're going to take a little look at my inbox. I'm not going to share the screen with my inbox just because there might be some people's names in there and stuff. And I don't want to, bust. Yeah, I don't want to do any of that to folks. I don't want to have unintentional consequences for my show. But I'm going to have it up here in this little window. And I'm just going to run down the things that I've got in there. I'm going to give them an engagement rating. And I'm going to talk about how some of those things could be much, much better, much more well done, my friends. Much, much more well done. So let's start it up, shall we? Welcome to by the way, welcome. If you've never been here before, my name is RJ Redden, and this is the Bot Signal. So I'm a little slow this morning. I got up a little bit late. I didn't sleep so well last night for some reason. And this morning has just been like, wow, like getting carpet burns on my behind. That's how badly I'm dragging it. Anyway, going to take a look at the old inbox. Now, if you're like me at all, your inbox has gotten pounded over the past week. I mean, let's just say week because there's no really, it used to be Black Friday, and maybe it still was this year with people who wanted to, risk their lives to get a TV set. Maybe, I don't know. I wasn't there. Anyway, used to be Black Friday was, kind of a deal where, stores opened at stupid early and you got deals and stuff like that. And I used to go with my friends, actually, not to get anything because I just, I didn't see the appeal. But I had a few shoppers in my friend group. You know what I'm saying? People who love the rush of getting there first, people who love the competition, people who love to set up a cell phone strategy. Okay, you stand here. All right. And then a whole plan, like a battle plan, man. We used to go to one of my friend's houses at Thanksgiving, and she would have a pile of clipped coupons. And they were sorted into categories. It was amazing. Anyway, so it was a physical experience, Black Friday. But also for quite a few years now, Cyber Monday, which it is today. Cyber Monday happening. Get a deal online. There's also Small Business Saturday going on in there. It's just shopping. It 'tis the season, peeps. You know what I'm saying to you. Anyway, because of that, we get bombarded. We get bombarded with just a huge amount of sales material in our inboxes. And today, we're just going to focus on our inboxes. We're not going anywhere else. We're not going to do anything else. We're just going to take a look inside and see what's going on there. Because to me, it's vastly interesting how people are still trying to do the, and to some degree, it's obviously working for them, putting out all of these, these emails. They'll obviously get a few takers, or they wouldn't do it. But for me, getting some of these emails is the most disengaging thing in the world. So let's take a look at some things that I've got in my inbox. So super fun. So we've got something from a company called found.ee. They've got a Cyber Monday sale starts today. I should capitalize on this major money moment. All right. Now, here's the trick. As I look at the email and I'm not even looking, well, let me look inside. Let me just pop inside. As I look at the title of the email, we've got blocks of texts. And here's the kicker about this particular one. I don't even know what found.ee is. Like, this is one of those things that I just, I must have grabbed something near them. We all know that folks do sell email addresses and contact information and pass that stuff around. We all know that does happen. And yeah, I mean, here I am. I'm staring at this Cyber Monday thing, and it's a block of text, and I don't care. I don't care. Engagement rating, boop. We're going to give that one a face palm because they're missing their moment. Oh, that one was too short. Let me give you a better one. Judge Judy. All right. Next one, promo.com. Now, as I look at this one, I actually know what these people are selling. I actually know what's going on here. Promo.com is like a video. It's some kind of, like quick video making software type stuff. And it's more of a membership, like you pay a certain amount of money a month and then you kind of belong and you get templates and stuff. It's much like the videos one that I belong to, except videos is, I think it's a lot better. I think I get a heck of a lot more for my money. So at this one, will at least give it 1 point, one little point for me being able to at least recognize who these people are. Best deal of the year, Cyber Monday, 50% off. Great big picture. Now, this email is a little bit more engaging because it's got a visual in it. It's at least got a visual of who they are and what they do. It's showing, kind of a bunch of template screenshots on there. Good stuff. Okay. It also gets a couple of engagement points because it's short. It's not going to, it's not going to give you 3,000 tons of marketing language. It's not going to give you a big wall of text. It's just going to say, hey, by the way, if you're interested, if you happen to be interested in this, we got a deal for you today. I kind of appreciate that. Certainly I do like that a little bit better than the, last ditch effort of the former email. Of course, the one from found.ee. So it's interesting. It's a little bit more interesting. It's visual. It's kind of catchy. It's a little fun and super easy to read and go, do I ignore this or do I not? Sort of reminds me of the digital version of getting a postcard in email, a postcard for, Gap's having a sale, whatever. So I'm going to give this one at least a couple of points. Now, my history with this company is that I looked at their product. I've looked at their product a couple of times, but like at least a year ago. So I've not engaged with this company in a very, very long time. And yet they keep sending me these sale offers or whatever. So I am going to give them a couple of points for being visual, for not offering me a wall of text, and for the fact that I actually do know their name and what they do. So they get 3 points. So I'm not going to give them a fail. I'm going to give them a C+. Promo.com, you just got a C+ from me. So just because just because they actually thought about this. You see, when you are sending email, and I'm talking about let's you and I from now on send engagement emails, not boring emails, interactive emails, not the same kind of crud we get all the time. When you're doing this, you've got to remember that it's a crowded place. Inbox is always a crowded place, but Black Friday, Cyber Monday, please, for the next month, we're going to be crushed with deals. Some of which might actually be valuable, but most of which won't apply. So always remember that when you are sending anything, and I don't care if it's a text message, if it's a Facebook Messenger inbox message, if it's an email, if you're calling people on the phone, I don't care. Do remember the context. Do remember how hard other people are fighting. This week is probably worse than all of them, but do remember that because context is everything. Jessica the Bestica. Hey, how you doing? This is Gold. I could watch you do a variety show on this all day with humor and education. Well, darling, welcome. We're going to give you a little celebration right there. You could do this as a thing for brevity beyond Cyber Monday. I'm thinking about it, Jessica. I'm thinking about it because today, over the weekend, I planned my shows and I was thinking, what do I do on Monday? And then I thought, what's in your inbox? Little repetition of, the capital One, I think. But anyway, very good, darlings. Okay, so let's get to some other ones here. Now, the very next email, something from Dropbox. And it is not a sale. Oh my God, I know. So this is about some sort of a webinar that they're holding. They do have hi RJ. We've selected 3 thought leaders in flexible work to shed some light on how you can make the most out of this new remote world. That's something that certainly I've been working remote for ever, so not new to me, but it's interesting and maybe I'll learn a trick or two. So they get points for interesting. They get points for having a call to action, one sentence and a call to action button. Hello. You can scan this bad boy and get out of it really quickly if you're not interested in this stuff. They also get points for having a visual in there. They've got pictures of their 3 experts or whatever. And the headshots are actually kind of interesting as well. They're not your regular glamour shots. You know what I'm saying? So interesting. And they do get a 4th point because I know who they are. Dropbox I have a relationship with. Okay. I've been paying them for a long time. So Dropbox, we're going to give you a B-, Dropbox. Thank you. Thank you for sending me something that's actually not a sale today, because that immediately makes it stand out. Okay. Very good, darlings. Next one. I got a credit card payment due. Who doesn't? All right. Next, we have an email from Access Ally. Access Ally is it's a program. It's software built for WordPress that allows you to have what's called a learning management system on your website. So lots of programs there's a lot out there. If you build a digital course, Thinkific, Teachable, Udemy, all these places will allow you to have courses. Fabulous. But what usually happens there is when you're hosting it on somebody else's website, it's going to cost you money. There's an account on there. And for me, those are not incredibly engaging experience. In fact, there's zero engagement there. So not a great deal. Well, a lot of people in the coaching world, which a lot of coaches hire me, use Access Ally to put their courses on their own websites and do what they will there. It's courses, and I believe they do memberships as well. So 1 point, I recognize your name. This one is a block of text. But I will say that the block of text is at least broken up to something scannable. I never want to do a block of text anyway, whether it's broken up or not, but at least this particular email does give you some breathing room. I'm going to give that half a point. This one, this one's about goals and different things. And yeah, this one's simply informational, and it gives you a link at the end if you want to go see some of their testimonials. All right. I'm not particularly interested in that. My client just kind of doesn't, he hasn't talked to me about this Access Ally in a while, although this may come up. So I'm going to give him 2 points. I'm going to give him about a C for being recognizable, for having an actual message in there. And, I'm going to give him half a point for breaking stuff up so that it's not a block of text that we have to read. Okay, excellent. Let's see what is in here. D&D Beyond. Okay, people, I play a lot of D&D. I spend a lot of time with D&D. This weekend, I have a 3D printer, and I was painting little miniature things for the terrain, because I'm like that, and that's what I do when I'm not working. And so got a little D&D Beyond. Definitely recognize their name. They provide a product that lets you do some character sheets and stuff online and stuff like that. So if you're familiar with D&D, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, that's totally fine. It's a gaming website. And one day only, all books $19.99. So there's a graphic in there. It's not all that interesting. It is a short and sweet email. Yeah. So I'm gonna give this one a couple of points just for being recognizable, for having a graphic in there, and for being short and sweet. Gosh, that seems to be that's a huge selling point for me on these emails. Hey, could you be scannable? This is not an inbox. Is just, for me, there are some times when I have used them in the past to tell a long story, but mostly I just use video now. I use video. It's a heck of a lot more engaging. It's a heck of a lot more relevant at the time, and I can put action buttons behind it. I can do so much more, and people aren't looking at a block of text. Listen, I grew up in the days where books existed. There wasn't even an electronic device to read them on. I know, I'm dating myself, but it's okay because I still look fabulous. Anyway, we were, you had to read a lot. And I've spent many years in graduate school and in my bachelor's and everything else. There's a lot of reading, people. I'm kind of burned out on it. And most of the rest of the world is too. We get our information in a totally different way today. And if you're still sending emails with block text, don't send them to me, baby. Anyway, D&D Beyond, I'm going to give them 1 point for a picture. I'm going to give them 1 point for being recognizable. It's a pretty good sale. People know that these guys are going to have this sale at the end of the year, basically. So it's a pretty known thing. And it's all right. I'm not going to buy anything, but it's all right. Okay. So we'll give them a somewhat of a celebration. We'll give them the dance move celebration. All right. Now, next, one of my favorite people in the world, Jay Fazette, and he's having apparently a Black Friday sale, 50% off. Oh dear, is real long. It's really, really long. It's and sometimes his emails do have a little bit of length. It's not really scannable. I know all about him and his product. I have worked with him before on bots and things like that. But it's all about JVology Live online. And it's basically kind of getting it's teaching a lot of things in here, teaching about joint ventures, also teaching about JVology Live. In my opinion, it's just there's just a whole lot. There's a whole lot in here, darlings, especially for this particular day, Cyber Monday. So he's my friend, so I'm not going to give him a score. But there are definitely ways that you can make this email more interactive and engaging. The engagement on this is pretty much, hey, click the button and buy the thing. Click the button, sign me up. That's pretty much the action that you can take on this. Love you, Jay, if you're watching this. All right, let's move on. Okay, Mysterious Package Company. Okay, woo! Finally, I get to an email. Now, Mysterious Package Company, I totally recognize them. I have bought from them in the past, and they will send you a little adventure. They will, if you buy one of their packages, they'll send you little packages over a couple months span of time, and there are clues in the packages, and you get to figure out who done it or whatever. It's fantastic. And darlings, they have fantastic marketing. They do. They're selling an interactive product. They're selling a product that basically, there's like a crate will show up on your doorstep and there's no discernible way of opening it. Like they'll send you stuff like that and you get to participate in these adventures that they create. So it would stand to reason that they're not just doing interactive with their product when you've spent the money. They're also going to do some sort of interaction in their emails when they are enticing you to spend some money. So here we are. It's the very first GIF that I've run across. Now, the difference between an image and a GIF, right? If a picture says 1,000 words, then a GIF will give you 10,000. That's one of the quotes that I ran across. I thought that was interesting this weekend. But it's a little gif of a drum roll. It's kind of cute. And, I like a little bit of motion there because it does tend to stand out among the other emails in my inbox today. And truly there are a lot. So basically, very simple email. We've got the GIF. We've got a couple of images of some stuff on some Christmas tags. And then it's, it's kind of enticing you to buy a Christmas gift for somebody special. It's a short 3-sentence paragraph. And then the call to action is to shop the categories of the different adventures they have available. I'm going to give that one recognizable name. I've actually done business with these people and I know who they are. I'm going to give them 2 points for the GIF because a GIF is, to me, that stuff is more valuable. And it's easy to make them these days. And I'm going to give them a couple points for short and sweet. I'm going to give them a 1 point for short and sweet. Just 3-4 sentences you've got to read in there. Super clear call to action. I'm gonna give these people a B+. Thank you, Mysterious Package Company, for not being like everybody else today and sending me lots and lots of static images, which are well, or lots and lots of text either. So thank you, Mysterious Package Company. All right, I'm going to flip over to comments, see what we got. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. LOL. I know, right? Like, to me, I've been wanting to do this email inbox exploration just to give people examples for the longest time. All right, another friend of mine. This is Charles Bird. Bird and Bird and I are very close, and he is doing looks like a live training. So recognizable name. Yes, I know this man very well. I've done business with him, and I have written bots for him. There's a lot of text on here, but it is all broken up and spaced. So that does make it easier to scan, although it would take you kind of a long time. Let's see here. He's got a graphic in there, which is good. And then he's got some testimonials in there. The testimonials are a little bit longer, so they're in paragraph form, but yeah, you know, that's how they come, right? People write you a text testimonial, you can't like split it up and space it. You gotta, use the whole thing. So there is that. There's a click a link to sign up for a masterclass. And yeah, this is actually something I'm interested in. I have a lot to learn from this man. I really, really do. He's the most connected person that I know in the industry that I work in, and a friend. And so maybe I could learn something. So I'm giving it recognizable name, actually valuable to me. That's a big deal. Okay, I'm going to give that 2 points because it's so important. I'm going to give him, there's a point for an image here because he's got one in there. It's a little small. I'd love it to be bigger. But yeah, I'm going to say it's probably a lot of text. But I will say this. Something that he always does in his emails, and think about this when you're putting out some emails. He puts a paragraph on the bottom. And it's, well, a couple sentences. If you'd prefer, oh, wait, sorry. Get them back up. P.S. I'm going to send you a few more emails regarding this series with free content. So expect to see me in your inbox on this topic. And then it says, if you prefer not to receive the content or these specific emails, click this link and I'll remove you from this email sequence. So what he's doing is saying, hey, if you don't want to hear about this particular thing ever again, you don't have to. I'm not going to kick you off the entire email list. Of course, there's always a chance. If you look at every single email that you get that's a blast email, there's an unsubscribe on the bottom. But he's giving you the option to choose what you hear. He's giving you the option to opt out of a specific train of emails if you want to. Take a tip from Bird. Do this thing. We all get pounded. We all get pounded with stuff. And Charles doesn't send all that many emails, honestly, which is good. But giving you a little bit of choice as to what you're going to receive, to me, that's gold. That's gold in my book. Charles is getting an A-. The only reason that he doesn't get like a great big A+ is because there's a lot of text on that bad boy. So very good. Love Charles. I'm going to cheer for him twice because he's a pretty amazing guy. Listen, if you want to get to know Charles, let me know and I will introduce you because he's amazing. Anyway, all right, now we have got pause while aging. Now, this company is actually awesome. Listen, okay, total recognizability. I met the owner of this company and I met her main marketing person at a conference in Atlanta last year. And so they gave a presentation. They were up on stage. They were talking about how it's like you mentioning the word menopause to people like freaks people out. Like there's some, there are some people that still ban the word. The word. It's like, really? Like what about it is that crazy? People don't generally talk about this, and so they sell cosmetics for mature women. Clearly not me. Anyway, and they sell some awesome stuff. I Many of you may not know this about me, but when I go speak on stage, I sweat. I sweat so much. I get so hot up there. I don't even know why I do. It must be because my heart is pounding at 1,000,000 miles a second. So they had this product where it's a cooling spray. They sprayed it on the back of my neck, and it was cool. Like it was amazing. So anyway, these people made a huge impression on me. So of course I grabbed got on the chance to be on their email list. Now we're going to give them points for recognizability. We're going to give them points for having a great big, easy to read headline. Immediately I know this is about, a just for today 4-product set. I know about this. It's really, this is designed really well. Also, they've got a GIF in there, and they're kind of rotating the little products, the 4-pack that they're selling today. Then they've got kind of a big thing of text there. But this is, great company. Just love them to death. Trying to change the conversation around menopause, and of course they've got a couple of calls to action right there that'll take you to shop. To me, love it because it's easy to scan. Love it because it's got a GIF in there. Love it because, it's just short and sweet and, hey, we're here if you need us, which is nice. I don't mind those emails as much because when you've got products and stuff like that to sell, just being around when people need stuff is part of the secret to being able to move those products. So I'm going to give these ladies, I'm going to give these ladies I'm going to give them there is kind of a lot of text in there. There's this great big paragraph. I'll give them a straight up B. Because that's a pretty great email. And they send pretty great ones all the time. Okay. Now I have got Deb at Zapier. Zapier is a product I pay. Well, I don't think I pay anymore. But I used to. I have paid those people in the past. Zapier is something that connects your apps on the back side. It's a software product, and it's a pretty good thing. Now, it used to be, in the olden days, they used to be the only people around that did that. Now we've got some competitors that have made things a little bit more, brought things down to earth a little bit more. Excuse me. Woo. Anyway, they've got some competitors. They've got Integromat is probably one of the biggest ones. But this is an email that is much more of kind of a informational, hoping to offer you some value. Now, for me, I don't really need this. I got it. I know what there is to know about Zapier. That's something that I work inside a whole lot. So there's no real value in this email for me. They do get points for recognizability. They get points for having some nice graphics and scannability. So those are good. But that's all the points that I'm willing to give them because this is not a newsletter I really need. Automating Google Apps for marketing. Where should you start? Baby, I've already started. I got this going already. This is not something that I need. So I'm going to give them I'm going to give them a C minus on this one, just because when there's no value to me, then it's clutter. It's clutter. If it weren't for this show and looking through all of my emails on the show, I would not have looked at it at all. So that's the skinny on that one. Okay. Another one that I got this morning is from Whereby. Whereby is a product that is, let's see, a kind of a competitor for Zoom. It was called Appear.in a while ago, and now they changed their name to Whereby. I don't know why. Appear.in was a better name. I mean, it's a video conferencing app, people. Whereby is like a legal word. I don't know why they did that to their branding. But here we are. Recognizable. I know who they are. I have done business with them before. And it's community stories, apparently. It's interesting. They've got a good graphic here. It's a record label hosting concerts through video, and right there under the title of the article, it says it's a 9-minute read. I kind of like that. I kind of like it when people tell me, hey, how long it's going to be. Then they have like a 3-4 sentence paragraph and a button that says read more. I kind of like that. I mean, this is something that I might actually read because I'm always wanting to up my game in this live streaming world. I'm always wanting to up my game. And so sometimes I have a little extra time. I'll read a story or two like this to see if there's something out there that I'm not doing yet, or you know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. Another graphic. A film production company that creates over video, and that's a 4-minute read. Okay. Guides. They've got some guides on here. Designing a home office, body language, that's actually interesting and could be valuable. And then follow us, which I don't know. I don't know if I've ever actually like followed anybody on social media because of a note that they've sent me in my inbox. I don't really follow a whole lot of people on social media because that's just not how I roll. But there are plenty of guides in this, one of which could be incredibly valuable. Yeah, I'm going to give this points for recognizability, points for telling me how long something is going to be to read, points for giving me something scannable and then a button to click if I want to dive deeper. That's a pretty common practice, but I like it. I just really like it. And yeah, for one of those guides is on nonverbals, which is actually valuable to me. So I'm going to give them an extra point there. So I'm going to give this one a B minus. Thank you. Whereby. Oh, you got Kate McKinnon. That's a special gift. Anyway, very good. Now, very good. Next one is Turbo Squid. Oh, I didn't recognize the name right off. I didn't because I haven't done business with these people. I'm not quite sure how they got my email address, but this is all about 3D printing, which I'm totally into on the side. And this one, so I read the Turbo Squid and I'm like, oh, what do they do? And then I read the title, which is ending soon, save 40% to 50% on 3D models. So this is all about that 3D modeling stuff. Okay, so you look into the email and we have got a kind of a great big graphic. Shop now, 50% off. Okay, we're pretty used to seeing this. Points for a graphic though, because that's good stuff. Little teeny sentence and a button, a call to action button, start shopping now. And then they've got a little extra information section on here about enhanced licenses. Pretty good stuff. I would have to say, not recognizable, not sure how they got my email address. That's kind of points against. But short and sweet, scannable, great big graphic call to action, yes to yes, and all of that. So I'm going to give them a C, I think. Not too many people got the facepalm today. Let's just facepalm a couple of times for fun. But that is kind of a little preview of the things that I found in my inbox this morning. Joan Harris pyramid scheme, probably. I don't know which one you were referring to, my friend, because I had to be on the other screen. I didn't catch that comment as it came in. I really respect that and having a choice about it. Oh yeah. That and you might be talking about Charles Bird there. He puts that at the end of his emails so that that we do get a choice. So we reviewed the emails. Now let's talk a little bit about what could be in your inbox this morning and some things that you could be creating and sending. The biggest thing I think for me is that, the ones that had value in them for me, the ones that weren't just about, oh my God, we're having a great big sale. Hey, guess what? So is everybody else in the universe. Okay. Not the only one. Context is king. So, or as they said on Discovery, context is for kings. I think queens too, and everybody in the middle. Anyway, context. And everybody else is having a sale right now today. Everybody else is. You are not any different than anybody else. If you're sending stuff during this week, if you're sending stuff during this month, why not make it an engaging, interactive experience? Why not create some value for people? Just the difference that a GIF makes. And I'm just talking about a little 2-3 frame GIF that you can make. You can make this stuff in Canva, people. Canva is a they have a free tier and they have a $12 a month tier. And you can make animations. You can make little GIFs in that today. You don't have to go any further than that. It's pretty easy to use stuff. Also, some excellent tutorial videos if you haven't ever seen Canva before. But the difference that a GIF makes, the difference that having a choice makes, when Charles puts that on the ends of his email, hey, if you don't want to receive anything about the series, I get it. I'll take you out of the series if you want. I love that type of stuff. I love it. I love adventures to go on. I love little choice paths. I love it when emails ask you questions. I love all of it. I love little games. And there are all kinds of things that you can do with these emails. There are all kinds of adventures you can invite people to go on. Now, there's a lot going on. And we've talked about this before. We talked about this a couple weeks ago when I did a show about emails and making interactive ones. There is software out there. There's one piece of software that I've found, and I haven't been able to give it a try yet. I'm a little busy here in the bot cave right now, but this piece of software will do some interactive stuff in email. Most of the time, though, without special tools, what you're going to be doing is interesting somebody in something, and then putting a button, a call to action on there, and then leading them to a landing page where you've created a game, a little adventure for them, a contest, a giveaway, all of those things. Most of us are going to end up doing that, unless you have, special software and you're a geek like me, and then you can do more things. But think of these things when you're sending email, my friends. Think of value that you're offering. Think of the context. Is everybody else having a sale right now? Great. Maybe you want to lead in with something a little bit different. The recognizability of your name. I've got an email program. It's called SendFox. This is what I'm using right now. And I have a list of subscribers. And when I go to send an email, there is a little box that comes pre-checked that says send only to your engaged subscribers, which means people that actually open stuff from you on the regular. I know the email goes out to less people, but I don't want to be, I didn't get into entrepreneurship to become clutter in somebody's inbox. Did you? No. I want those engaged people. I want the people that are opening. I want the cool kids, man. I do, because you're the people that are showing interest. That's what I want. It doesn't make a difference to me. And I know a lot of people are just grow your list. Make sure that thing is just absolutely huge. Hey, I do not care for a list of 1,000 people who are uninterested. I care way more for 100 people who believe in the mission. Know what I'm saying? You can change your marketing. That's what this show is all about. It's designed to tell you can change your marketing. You can make it an interactive experience. You can make it a respectful experience. I know, right? Like, email is the worst at being a disrespectful experience because everybody uses it, and everybody uses it in a one-size-fits-all manner. Well, not everybody. There are a couple smart people out there, but most people use it in a one-size-fits-all manner. One size fits all fits no one at all. Okay, that's like rule of engagement number 1. I really respect. Was catching up on the comments. I've actually already caught up on that one. I'm gonna have to create something. The Book of RJ, the rules of engagement. There's a TV show that I watch. I'm a science fiction geek. Deep Space Nine. It's a Star Trek. It's from the 90s, baby. And it's basically a space mall with some crazy planet adventures. Anyway, there's some characters in there, and they have what is called the rules of acquisition. And they're so funny. And they'll just spout these rules of acquisition during an episode, for whatever reason. I'm thinking about getting something similar, because the one size fits all fits no one at all. That's a thing. That's a thing that I wish to drive forward into people's memories. It's important. It's important to know, and it's important to practice. So an interactive and respectful, consensual context. There you go. It is all about consent, isn't it? That's what I say. So, my friends, that's about what I have for you today. I am sorry I went on a long time there. But I will say this. I will be back. I will be back every day this week, 10 a.m. Central. Tomorrow, hold please, I am going to be talking about the event that we have coming up. I will also talk about the giveaway that we're having in association with that event. And we're going to talk about another giveaway that I'm running at the same time. Yes, you can be part of both. Yes, you can have entries every single day. And that one is about my class that I have coming up. This class, it's a master class. It's going to teach you everything that you need to know about engagement. It's going to teach you what's going to be happening in the future. It's going to introduce you to some tools and tricks, and it's going to introduce you to the base philosophies that we have with creating an engaging marketing. Engagement marketing, but also engagement way after people pay you, so that those clients know that they're the most important people, that they know that they're incredibly valuable and respected people way after they pay you money. Because guess what? You will pay less money on marketing if you have those kind of people running around. I promise. LOL Henry Crabgrass. All right. Very good. Awesome. Hey, thank you for joining me today. tomorrow we're going to have a really great show, so do show up for that one. And that's it for me today. I'm so grateful that y'all have joined me. Have a great day out there, and I'll see you in a bot.